have celebrated 17th Independence Day in this year. But are we really free to celebrate it? Do we have the real democratic in our country? What is your answer?
Yeah, that's a very important question at the present scenario. That means we have celebrated the 70 years of independence this last February, but the people think that are we really independent because of the so many problems happening in the country for last 70 years period. Even though we got the independence from the letter or the memorandum way, but we are completely bound with the so many allegations to the other nations, even within the country and international level. So that is why most of the time we, as a country, we are unable to get some decisions in the right pathway, and with the independent and also democracy.
Yes.
There's a name, the country is named as a socially democratic country, but when we analyze the situation, what has happened in the past, present, and maybe in the future, this independency and democracy is still with some labels just to show or just to cunning the people in the country. If really we are getting the really independent to the country, then we should have right with all the economic aspect, the financial management, marketing, political decision making. But we know still we can't get the decisions correctly. If we are getting decision, we have so many international influences to there. The one reason is that we are not the financial independent at the moment. So when the country is not a financially independent, we have to obey to the other countries. We have to obey to the rules and regulations, the countries who is giving the loan. This is the simple scenario to there. So we have to correct this one. We should get a real decision on the turning point. How can we go and improve the financial development of the country? And there should be a good agendas, the forum or policy to get this financial development. Just we are getting or borrowing money from the other countries and spending on our day-to-day expenses and for the maybe health or education or whatever it is, we can't get the development way. Until we are getting this financial independency, the economic growth of the country, even though economic development is running on, so we are not a completely developed country. So we should address this one, and how we are giving our targets for achieving these objectives. Yes. So I think we have to highly consider with the political forums, the professional forums, or this matter. Otherwise, what is happening is every 5 years' time, 6 years' time, we change the government, just thinking about the personal benefit, or maybe to some personal agendas. But until we divide from this reason and improve the political literacy of the people, as we discussed earlier, there's a big trouble that we are facing in the future.
Okay, Doctor, why are we voting for someone only to change the person?
Yeah, for the last 17 years period, we have changed only the person.
Yeah.
That means we have changed the head of the country, or maybe the person of the country, but the same scenario is running on. Whoever come to the power, majority of the time, the same path, the path is not the correct way that they are going on. Sometimes some incidents we can see some correct decisions have taken in the past, but the majority of the time the ruler, the who is controlling the country, this means with the party politics or the parliamentary and whatever it is, they are not talking about how to develop the country. Even for the present scenario, 24 hours we can see from the news channels, what is seen is there's a personal agendas. The one person is blamed to other person is blamed to the next person. So this is happening. But this should not be there. Now the people should get together and plan how we develop this country, how we divide from this lot of financial burden happen to the people of the country. Until that, we can't gain the complete independency. Because even though we are having the health indicators are good, that is because of the social welfare. Education indicators are good because of the social welfare. Even though education indicators are good in our country, there's a problem, there's a question. Are the political literacy is good in the country? With this aspect, I think we are having some deep trouble. We have to change the attitude of the people. We have to improve the discipline of the people. And the inquiry, auditing, and go for the development of the country.
Okay, as a person, I'm asking a question. How we can choose a right person as the leader?
Yeah, it depends on the scenario of the country, what the country needs at that time. So we can't say, we can't make some strict framework. This is the pattern, this is the features of the leader of the country. It depends on the scenario of the country. So time to time, this what the people expectation is change. But the real leader is having a good vision and mission. He should have power, or he should have influence in power to the people, that the people also having the same vision and mission. So if I am having a vision and mission, and if I can influence my vision and mission to the people of the country, and then they follow me, so I can direct all the people into the same aspect. As an example, in the Mahatma Gandhi, he's a barrister in the UK, that means work as a South African. Then once he was traveling on the train, because of his Asian and black color, the African white people asked to get off him from the train. So once, twice told, and then one of the officers from the railway guard has kicked off Mahatma Gandhi from the train. That time Mahatma Gandhi was a legal officer of the South African government. That day Mahatma Gandhi realized, I should change. This should not happen. Just because I am Asian, just because I am a black people, I should not get unequal treatment. So he returned to the India. Now he has a vision, he has a mission for the equality and equity for all the people of the country. So he had ability to influence that to the Indian people. So that is how the Mahatma Gandhi gave the beginning to the independence of the India. So this type of thing happens every time, even business aspect, public aspect, political aspect. The leader should influence his vision and mission to the public. Then only people will follow, and then only people can see the development of the country. So whoever want to change this present scenario of the country, because the 70 years has passed away, and if you think about the age of the man, now it is in the elder. Now we are in elderly age of the Sri Lankan side, but still we are working with the working aids, because we can't have a real backbone at the moment. So that is why we are always listening to the other countries. We are changing the policies daily, maybe 20 hourly we are changing our policies in the country. So this is a very bad example for the future generation.
Yes. Dr. Chamal, what are the priorities now in Sri Lanka? I mean, we are targeting 2020. So what are the priorities?
Yeah, the 2020 target should be the one is our economic development should be there. Whatever we can see the physical development, physical infrastructure development in the country, but the economic development is a very important aspect. With this economic development, the leaders or the professionals of the country should involve for this one, because there are highly academic people are there, but unfortunately they are restricted to the universities.
And poverty is?
Yeah. We have to that means we have to reduce the number of poor people in the country. With the one aspect, we have to give the development of the financial development. But unfortunately, incident is that the people used to get the social welfare highly as a political promises. So we highly depend on these political social welfares. If the one government try to reduce this welfare and try to improve the economic development, surely next election they have to go home. So this is happening for last period when we analyze the scenario. So, but our target should be, while giving the social welfare to the people, social welfare to the public, other aspect we should try to improve our capital of the country. But now what is happening is the majority of the time our that means the economic growth, and we fill our forms. That means we fill our numerical way, getting the financial debts from the other countries. We have enough resources in the country. Sri Lanka is island. The whole Indian Ocean covered us. At the same time, we have a good solar system, so we can go for the energy development way. and we have ocean, we can go for the ocean waves for our energy consumption pattern. That is why now we are talking about the petrol crisis, the fuel crisis in the country. But why can't we think for the other alternative ways? Sometimes there's an argument going on. The solar panel system is highly expensive, ocean wave is highly expensive. Yes, that's true. But we should, we can't wholly depend on this type of the fuel or something in the future, because then we have to use our majority of the money on these things. So if we are importing every science and technological aspect from the other countries, the majority of the money we are paying for repay to those countries. So why can't we go and invest the new technological development in the country? Because we have seen some young generation, they can have brain power to create, engineering power to create aeroplanes, maybe the marine technology, maybe the pilot industry, maybe in the textile industry. So every aspect we have a good brain power.
Yeah, and also, Doctor, we got a lot developing programs as a result of our foreign policy, but still we need again and again developing programs from another countries. So we are still.
We had a lot of developing program for last 20-30 years from the other countries with the rural development, health sector, agriculture sector, so many things. Unfortunately, I think the problem is that are we really use those foreign aids for the betterment of the country, just for the some type of the personal agenda. So this should not be there. When we are getting the foreign aids or the foreign grants from the other country, this money should be highly utilized, efficiency and effective manner for the country manner. But now what is happening is all these are the short-term benefit today, and then we just keep those things like a political promises, and then the one country has gone and another country will come and do the another development program in the country. So we should think about this manner. The one aspect is that the persons who in controlling this system, they should have a vision, they should have a mission, because if the people or if the administrators, if the persons who are controlling all the development project of the country, they don't have this vision and mission for the development of the country. So what is happening is they just spend money, and ultimately what is happening is nothing has gained. So it's like when the baby is crying, we just give some toffee or lozenge to the baby, rather than resolving what's the problem lie behind this child, this crying child. So like that way. So when we are giving too much social welfare to the country, the development countries, the grants, but the people now used to it. People getting begging everyday time. That's not happen. So what should be happen is that the government should encourage people to come front and do their own investment. Because when we consider about the developed countries, their young generation is having good investment power. That means that they are doing their own works. You know, in our university system, we can see the strike on all over the country every day. But they're asking for the occupations from the government sector. But when we come to developed countries, as soon as they get off from the universities, they try to find their own way for the engineer, maybe the medical field, the marine field, the aerospace field, whatever it is. And even in the university period, they are doing the part-time job in the other countries. So they are not ashamed to do. They earn their money for the education. So this message should go to the bottom to top level of the people. Otherwise, I think we are in a real trouble, and it's a very difficult aspect that we are facing at the future.
Okay. End of our discussion. I'm asking a question. Are you a free soul? Just think about it.
Summerfield's Banquets, located near the city of Kottava, is renowned for its 14 years of excellence in catering, noble hospitality and scrumptious food. Summerfields provides modern banquets with amazing ambience, allowing comfortable accommodation for more than 350 guests. providing the perfect setting for all kinds of occasions, events and celebrations. Summerfields Banquets, Piliyandala Road, Kottava. Call us on 0112 172 947.